What's up, guys? Reckless Gaming. It's been a very long time since I made a video, and since I'm only playing D3 at the time, I figured that'll be a good video to get back into with. So, here's a pretty easy Witch Doctor build. My cousin's over here making me laugh, so if I sound petrified, it's because he's judging me quietly and probably vocally at some point. But it is a fetish build, which I see a lot of actually, but I don't know. Mine seems to be a little bit different. I don't think it actually is, but either way, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. We'll start with the skills since that probably makes more sense. We'll start with the passives actually, since that's pretty much what it's based off of. Most importantly is gonna be fetish. I don't sycophants. I'm assuming. When you hit your enemies with a spell, you have up to a 10% chance to summon a dagger-wielding fetish to fight by your side for 60 seconds. I think the max is 15, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll get more into that in a second. Number 2, Grave Injustice. Gain 1% of your maximum life and mana, and reduce the cooldowns of all your skills by 1 second when an enemy dies within 20 yards. This is awesome for solo because how fast things die, but it's also awesome in group because you pretty much have like instant cooldowns, and it's not a very mana-intensive build, so it's pretty awesome. Midnight Feast. This is completely optional. I'll go through what I used to do compared to what I'm doing now, but it all comes with gear. So you can have one additional zombie dog summoned at one time. The damage of your zombie dogs and gargantuan is increased by 50%. As you can see, I'm running zombie dogs and a gargantuan. We'll get into that in 1 second. Readjusting myself. And Pierce of the Veil. All your damage is increased by 20%, but your mana costs are increased by 30. And again, this isn't a mana intensive build, so it's really easy. For your skills, your primary, you're going to use Plague of Toads, Rain of Toads. I've been testing a bunch of different things like Corpse Spiders and whatnot. This seems to proc your fetishes way more often, and that's pretty much what you want, because it's like a ramp-up build. It's real slow if you don't have many fetishes, but you get one good pack, make it rain on those bitches, and boom, you got a whole army going. What I like to run secondly is Haunt with Resentful Spirits. The cold damage is pretty cool. It's a pretty big dot, and from my understanding, all the dots on the Witch Doctor are broken, so the damage is going to be increased on this and Locust Swarm, etc., etc. Running Gargantuan, Wrathful Protector. Summons a more powerful Gargantuan to fight for you 15 seconds. Gargantuan Fist burn with fire, dealing 575% of your weapon damage as fire. It's fucking bananas if you have good gear and if you're proccing them right. I used to run Big Voodoo with Rain Dance, not Rain Dance, Slime Dance, and you know, just fucking insane damage, but again, I altered my build. Summon zombie dogs. I'm doing burning dogs. I'm gonna get into that more in a second because I have more gear relations around that, but it does the most DPS pretty much. I used to run leeching beasts, but I started killing things so fast I really didn't need the life, so that's pretty much why that works out. Piranhas. Piranhado. Easily the best piranha skill. And I think every Witch Doctor runs a piranha skill. I like, which one is it? The Wave of Mutilation. I think that one's pretty awesome too. But for this build specifically, Piranhado is insane because it helps proc your fetishes because it just brings everything to a central area. Again, you make it rain on them bitches and you have your whole army up in 10 seconds-ish. Lastly, I'm running Soul Harvest with Vengeful Spirit. 630% weapon damage is physical. It's just a big ass deeps, and then you get the 5 stacks, so your damage goes up, which increases your fetish damage, etc., etc. Alright, now what I was talking about with the fetish things, obviously it links up with the Plague of Toads. Midnight Feast is with my Gargantuan for the big damage and the zombie dog, and what I was talking about the zombie dog is now gear relations, is the Tall Man's Finger. So as you can see, I don't get 5 or 6 dogs, I get one huge bitch. And I guess the way it works is it combines them all and adds some kind of percentage on top for the damage and health and all that. So that's how that works. And that's why it's important in my build. I wasn't running this initially. When I found that, I decided to make it a part of the build. What I was running was, let's see, Midnight Feast. What was I running? Oh, Creeping Death. And I was running that instead of the dogs. I was running, Let's see. Can't use that. Locust Swarm with Pestilence. Pretty much it's just a dot. You put it on one person, it just travels throughout the whole screen if they're close enough, and before you know it, the whole screen's dotted. But yeah, like I said, it's all gear related. That was the original build I was running. I barely tweaked it. Haunt came into it when I got bored of the big voodoo. I didn't think it was really that effective. I know a lot of people do run it for the extra damage, but you really don't need it. And now into gear. I think I have phenomenal gear, but I'm still looking for a bunch of things. One, the biggest part is the mask that I have. The mask of Jerem? I don't know. It's a pretty good rolled, high vitality. I don't know about the int actually. The int's actually pretty low. And max crit. And the pets do 94% more damage. I put the magic find gem because I'm greedy. You don't really need to do that. My necklace, Squirt's necklace. This is a beast of a necklace. I compared it to other people's. I'm sorry, I got something in my fucking throat. Compared it to other people's, everything's almost a max roll. High intelligence roll. I guess high intelligence roll. Max attack speed. Almost max crit chance. 77% extra gold. It's a beautiful thing. My Zunies. What was I running before my Zunies? I was running some kind of legendary. I don't know. Might have been the Surcoat. But it's not a really good rolled Zunies. It's very average. But my ultimate goal is to get the Zunimasa set so I can get rid of the passive. Instead of that, I would run probably Zombie Handler. I think the damage increase on my zombie and my gargantuan would be pretty awesome. If not that, Gruesome Feast would be pretty awesome. And I think those are the only two I would go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the only two I would go. What would I get rid of? Probably get rid of Haunt and just use straight up Fetish Army. Belt, Blackthorns, it sucks. Like, honestly, nothing's re-rolled because it just sucks. But I'm using it for the 2 set because the 10% increased damage against elites is pretty freaking awesome. Shitty Blackthorns, just good life on it. Pretty much that's it. Double socketed. I don't even have upgraded gems because I'm pretty much poor in the game, as you can see. Shit toe Mud Sputters. They're actually okay. Max intelligence roll, pretty good vit. All resist is always nice. The movement speed on life missing, it's nice, but oh, that's another thing. You can run what is that called? Jaunt. So unprepared. Spirit Walk with Jaunt. That's the ruin. For more survivability if you need it. You can add all those people calling mass cells. I don't care. Gloves, Gladiator Gauntlets. I re-rolled these just so I can earn some gold, and then I accidentally sold my good gloves. So fucked myself on that. Using the Living Umbriel Oath. It's actually really good. I haven't found an upgrade in quite some time for this. I have the shittiest transmogs. I want the Spectrum transmog, but I don't know. No luck on that. Have a pretty good Stone and Jordan. I re-rolled, I believe, attack speed on this. So I almost got max crit, max increased damage to elites, max cold, obviously, the lowest int roll you can possibly get, which really does suck. But you gotta take what you can get. I have another one in the bank, but I'm pretty sure that one sucks too. Yeah, that one sucks too. Oh, I have another mask, but a socket. But that one's iffy. Same pet damage actually, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so the most important things of this particular build is my Stone of Jordan and my Blackthorn set. That elite damage is crazy. Oh, my Vile Wards. They're just like, I guess, typical Vile Wards. Very solid rolls, nothing too spectacular. My offhand is Despite. This is actually like amazingly rolled. Most everything is max. My gargantuan damage, my crit, my intelligence, my damage. It's just like a beast. Like, these are a lot of gear I got when I first started my Witch Doctor. And yeah, they've carried me through. So that's pretty much how that goes. How the sequence of your skills goes is pretty simple. I'll show you actually. Let's see. Kill the Butcher. I guess so. Why not? We'll just do a quick run. I'm on T4, by the way. My toughness kind of sucks. I don't have much health. I could change that easily, but like I said, I kill things so fast, it's not really necessary. So you bring up your dog, the first thing you want to do, and then you run around, you look for a pack, you pull them in with the tornadoes, and then you just make it rain on bitches. The proc rate seems better than 10%, but I think that's just from the Arena Toads, because I've tried other things, and like I said, they don't really work. I like to haunt a lot of things. It's not necessary. I only do it when I have my whole fetishes up. Again, you group them up, you just make it rain, and before you know it, you have your full army. You can see on my mini-map, they're starting to get in here. And look at the crits, 24 million, 6 million, 5 million, 7 million. Things just melt. Try to get to the butcher pretty quick. Or find an elite pack. So you don't, here's an elite pack. Now you get to see my gargantuan damage. With the full 5 harvesters, I'm at 1.5 million. My fetish just killed that too quick, so you can't really see my gargantuan damage, but we'll get to that in a second. This is a really popular build for Witch Doctor as far as I can tell. It's every time I do a party or something, I'll just bring them up so you can see some numbers. 58 million, that's actually on the low end. He actually crits for a lot more, especially against elites because of all the, obviously, the elite damage that I have. But also, I cannot wait for the AI update because that thing is the biggest stupid piece of shit I've ever seen. Oh, fuck, that hit me. Anyhow, he just stands there 90% of the time and doesn't attack anything, just walks in circles and jerks off his little pecker. So that's not always a good time. When you die, it kind of sucks, but with the zombie pet, this is the main reason why I like it, is it kind of gives you some initial DPS, so you don't got to really be like, oh shit, I got to get my fetishes up again. Because that was always the one problem I had when I first started this build. But, you know, live and you learn. Again, I'm not, I'll say it again, but I haven't even said it, but I'm no Diablo expert. I don't know, like, oh, this is perfect and desynchronized really. I just know from playing it, and that's pretty much it. I give you the information that I know. Again, you shouldn't, I guess it doesn't really matter, but my opinion, you shouldn't, like, if you're running this setup, shouldn't go in and soul harvest and burst everything down, just so you can get all your fetishes up, and I think they are the most adorable thing in this game. But yeah, I've been playing this a lot actually since it came out. I didn't think I was gonna like it at all. I really fucking like it. I think this game is incredible. I don't think it's like incredible on a competitive level. It's just fun to kill. Alright, let's just skip all this actually. I guess I could get a free elite pack and you can see my gargantuan damage here because I got the nemesis bracers that I always carry on me. As you can see, things are dying like super easy on T4. Would have been nice if I would have had all my passives down, but whatever. My cooldowns. Uh-oh, that's not good. He got knocked out. He's not going to be able to beat the shit out of them. 72 million. I seen him crit. I think the highest crit was like 82 million. On like the Butcher or some shit like that. I still pick everything up to salvage and sell, especially with the new crafting. Fuck all you guys. Fuck all you guys too. The Butcher should be right over here. I don't know why, they just look juicy. Again, I'm just gonna skip all this. Fuck the Treasure Goblin. I never get legendaries off them anyways. Oh, I only had one. What do you call it? The fuck do you call that? Goblin Rift or whatever? Treasure Goblin Rift. Video's actually a little bit longer than I wanted. I probably have no. Oh, I do actually have fetishes, so that's good. Burn everything. You'll see, he dies pretty quick. I also die really quick. Like, the Gargantuan just annoys me because a lot of time he just stands there and he's a big part of your deeps. You know, your fetishes will get it done, but he'll get it done a lot quicker. Like I said, I'm really soft. Normally he's dead, but I didn't have all my fetishes up because I just kind of skipped everything. I don't even think I have any fetishes up right now. But the dog does damage too. See, 32 million crit from him. That's effective in its own right. This is why I also like haunt damage, because I'm just doing a few million per second. So with that and the dog, things die pretty quick. That's pretty much the build. Probably going to show my Crusader build. I have two wizards. One's my cousin's and one's mine. I'll probably show you my frozen build. And if he wants, I'll show you the perma stun lightning build. I know like that, what do you call that? Firestorm or whatever. That's pretty much meteor build. That's the popular one at the moment. But yeah, if you guys are interested in more, you want me to run a rift on this so you can see how it looks doing that on T4, I can always do that. But I guess this is my shitty return. But hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions, leave in the comment sections below, and I'll be sure to get back to you.